Several months ago, I got an itch to revisit one of the franchises I was most fond of as a kid, Halo. For those of you unaware, since my channel is largely Genshin based, Halo is a first-person shooter game. You fight against alien forces hell-bent on eradicating all of humanity. You, the player, fight these aliens as a Spartan, a biologically enhanced human, and complete various missions over the course of playing a campaign. One of the most difficult achievements to get over the course of playing a Halo game is completing the campaign on LASO difficulty. LASO stands for Legendary All Skulls On. The skulls are modifiers, of which there are 13 for Halo Reach, that completely transform the gameplay experience from being difficult on Legendary to an absolute hell. Some of them are benign, like Grunt Birthday Party, which makes grunts killed by a headshot explode into fun confetti, whereas others, like the Black Eye Skull, completely remove the ability for your shields to regenerate naturally, only regenerating whenever you deal melee damage. I'll explain more about these skull modifiers when they come up in gameplay. For Halo Reach, one of the games in the Halo franchise and the one we would be playing in this video, less than 1% of the players who own the game have gotten the achievement. And you heard me correctly. I said we. I wouldn't be tackling this challenge alone. I brought in one of my friends, Captured Cherry, to enjoy the hellscape with me. Before recording this, he had fairly little background with Halo as a whole, only playing Halo Infinite's PvP for a bit. Basically, his first experience in the campaign was on the hardest difficulty possible. Truly a hell of an experience. It also didn't help that the game we played the most in recent memory is Genshin Impact, and Genshin Impact players aren't exactly the most skilled gamers. As the first mission out of 10 total, Winter Contingency, loads in, I'd like to take the time to thank Halo Completionist, otherwise known as Silver. Without their guides on how to complete these missions, I don't think we would have been able to do it in the amount of time that we spent on them. While Cherry and I initially attempted to not use guides, later missions proved way too difficult without relying on existing knowledge/bugs. It'll be directly specified whenever we do use guides, and with that, it was time to jump into Halo Reach. Almost immediately, the first two skull modifiers come into play, the Cloud and Blind Skulls. The Cloud Skull disables your motion tracker. However, it really wouldn't have mattered if the Cloud Skull was active, as the Blind Skull completely removes your weapon model and HUD, making it so that you have no idea what you are shooting or what you are shooting with. You also have no idea what amount of health or shields you have remaining. And even worse, we don't have waypoints to indicate to us where to go, making the missions that much more painful. Some of the first enemies we encountered are called grunts. As you may have guessed from the names, these are supposed to be cannon fodder and easy to defeat. However, several of the skulls make them and all other enemies significantly harder to kill and deal more damage. The Thunderstorm Skull increases enemy HP due to them being a higher rank. The Catch Skull makes them throw more grenades than they normally would, and makes them into MLB pitchers by making their grenade throws significantly faster. They also dodge your grenades more accurately due to the Tough Luck Skull. The Tilt Skull increases all their resistances, and finally the Mythic Skull doubles all enemy HP. Fun times! However, there are also extra player debuffs that make all fights harder in general. We talked about the Black Eye Skull and the Blind/Cloud Skulls, but there are two other skulls that also apply player debuffs, the Iron and Famine Skulls. The Iron Skull forces you to start from the last checkpoint if anyone dies on co-op, which only happens in a normal run of the campaign if everyone on the team dies. By the way, if you're solo, and you're trying to do a LASO run, this skull makes you start from the beginning of the level if you die. As for the Famine Skull, it effectively doubles your ammo consumption, meaning that you have less available damage to deal with enemies. The only two skulls I haven't mentioned yet are as benign as Grunt Birthday Party. I Would Be Your Daddy, which makes rare NPC voice lines more common, and Cowbell, which exaggerates the game's physics engine with regards to the launching effect of explosions and melees. With all the enemy buffs and allied debuffs, you can see why doing a LASO run is extremely difficult. Going back to the gameplay, grunts aren't the only enemies to deal with. The other two enemy types seen in this area come in the form of jackals and elites. Jackals have several variants, but can all be taken out with a single headshot from a precision weapon. Elites are significantly harder to deal with due to their shields, which require numerous shots from plasma-based weapons to take out. Due to the limited amount of ammo we have available to us, the most effective weapons available come to us in the form of precision and plasma weapons. Precision weapons would allow us to get easy headshots, and plasma weapons would allow us to take out shields on enemies. Weapons that fall outside of these categories are largely useless combat-wise. For example, the assault rifle in this game is fairly useless. It took us a bit to get used to things, dying several times in the game's first combat section. Getting headshots was also quite difficult, largely due to the fact my cursor was a piece of double-sided tape stuck to my monitor. Eventually, we got past the first area before encountering our first sizable roadblock. A lot of elites. With all the aforementioned buffs to their health, plus them being able to kill you in seconds, we weren't able to defeat them. So, what do you do when you encounter a problem? You run away from it. This mission doesn't actually require us to defeat these elites, and so we bypassed them and went on our merry way. This was a pretty common strategy that we utilized often when we couldn't outright beat the enemies, because, well, the goal is to beat the mission, not to kill every enemy in sight. Unfortunately, the next part of the mission proved to be a bit more difficult, not just because the combat was harder, but because we didn't have waypoints to indicate where to go. You see, the road leading to the next area had a fork in it. Cherry and I had ended up splitting accidentally, and while I was being gunned down, Cherry had one hell of a time trying to figure out how to get to me since I was at the mission area. Even after grouping up, we still had a rough go about it, specifically due to the elites and their ridiculous amount of HP. Because of this, Cherry decided to go with the most reckless strategy possible.
Where are you going?
I'm getting a run up. So I can do this.
Oh, that was bad!
Eventually, I also joined on it.
Hey there.
Oh, you so true. Let's
What's
go,
better than
boy.
one car? Two cars. Oh! I got the elite. Him.
Oh.
Get out, get out, get out.
Hold on. Got this.
Oh, no.
Got this.
Oh, yeah.
Got in ears.
Wow, all it took for us to complete the objective was running them the over. Who knew?
After more than an hour, we were still not finished. We had to get into a research station and eliminate the elites inside.
Oh, I got all of them. Let's go. Huge. Oh, that nade was meant for you!
The final room of the mission was by far the worst we experienced. There were 3 elites to eliminate, 1 armed with a melee weapon that can one-shot us, and 2 with concussion rifles, ready to send us to the ER with one. And we were all out of vehicles to run them over with. This is where our skill issue became apparent because we spent almost 2 hours trying to beat these 3 elites. Hope wasn't all lost though, as despite the elites' high in HP, you can still one-shot them via melee to the back. And so after failing way more times than necessary, I came up with a plan.
Man's got a plan.
Yes, so get the health pack. I already killed all the grunts. So it's just a 2. When the sword elite focuses on the AI, just leave it alone and we go after the other 2. The idea is we're gonna just backsmack the other 2 and then the other one should be free. Because sword elite should just be permanently on the AI. Okay, let's go. Oh, Jesus. I killed 1. Nice! We got him! We got him! We got him! Yeah! Easy dubs! Easy dubs!
Why did we do that from the beginning?
Nearly 3 hours later, we finally beat the first mission. Emphasis on first. This was going to be rough. The mission, Oni Sword Base, starts with us being dropped into a courtyard, having to fight through multiple waves of enemies to defend, well, Sword Base. We were stuck here for a long while, largely due to many deaths on Cherry's part trying to melee enemies,
Okay. Everything else is dead. I'm going in. Killed one. Nice! We're free! We're free! We're free!
An hour later, we were finally to the next part of the mission, which was to activate a comms tower and an anti-air turret. From my past recollection of playing Halo Reach, I knew more or less where we needed to go to activate these objectives, but it took us a while to get to them, dying a lot in the process. We also encountered some weird AI behavior.
What? Oh? Okay, I did it.
Next was the anti-air turret. The activation panel was extremely hard to reach, being on this ledge at the top of this complex where there are a bunch of elites. During the run, I figured out that I could jump via the crates strewn across the area to parkour up to the top, and with Cherry distracting the enemies, I eventually got there and activated the turret. Before we move on though, this entire sequence of jumping on crates was completely unnecessary, as I found out later when I watched Silver activate the switch by just jumping under the building roof. This is why we should have watched the guides earlier on, but hey, it is what it is. After completing these objectives, we had to go back to defend the base we were dropped into originally. This is where we encountered the Hunters for the first time. These enemies are slow, but pack quite a punch. Equipped with a fuel rod cannon, they can one-shot us at range and effectively two-shot us with their melees. However, their AI is fairly manipulatable. The issue was more the enemies around them, as they made it often more difficult to fight the Hunters one-on-one.
Oh my god, dude, the stupid grunt killed me. Okay, killed one hunter. He's dead, he's dead, he's dead. Actually, wait, I'll just activate the elevator. You should TP to me. Okay.
Oh,
We made it! We made it!
Eventually though, we managed to ascend the building and take out the enemies sieging the base from the air.
What the f***?
my God.
Ow. Dude. This thing is not supposed to be this agile. There we go.
Given that we spent 5 hours on the mission in total, we decided from here on out to look at guides. There was no way we were going to finish this LASO run anytime soon otherwise. Luckily, the next mission, Nightfall, is one of the easiest out of all the missions that you can do on LASO difficulty in any Halo game. This is specifically due to the fact that there's a skip that allows you to, well, skip a majority of the mission. It also allows us to make our scouting run without encountering further enemies once the skip is performed. Still, we needed to get to the area where we could perform the skip first. And what you're supposed to do is quickly run past enemies in earlier sections and pretty much avoid all combat by being stealthy. Unfortunately, enemies immediately aggroed on us, which meant that running past became significantly more difficult.
Why is there an elite right there? Got it. Okay, run.
Holy
Alright. We're through like half level already.
After running like our lives depended on it, and seeing some of the local wildlife, we finally got to the section where we could do the skip.
Oh, I got through.
Get him.
We're free. There's no enemies that spawn here. We are free.
And after performing it, we're done with the mission. On the tip of the spear was our next mission, and our objective was to destroy the landing zone for additional enemy forces. Of course, things immediately went south. With the amount of enemies in the area, there wasn't a way we could fight past them, especially given that we spawned in with non-precision weapons. Referencing Silver's guide, we could get past the first area by skirting around the side, taking out the fuel rod cannon turrets in certain areas.
Got that turret.
Okay, run. Run. Just run all the way around.
Eventually, we got past and earned a rocket hog for our troubles. In the following areas, there were a few anti-air turrets we had to take out, and, well, using the warthog we had just gained, we can use the turret to take out the power cell from the outside instead of what you're supposed to do, which is go inside the anti-air turret and take it out from the inside. Unfortunately, we made some mistakes in this turret destruction process, leaving the enemy Wraiths alive in the next section. Wraiths are essentially an alien version of a tank. They one-shot you, and have a plasma turret, also ready to gun you down. We were at a loss until I realized something about one of the Wraiths.
Wait, this thing is for. Oh? Okay, you know what? This is an interesting predicament. Oh, they don't care about their allies. Okay.
Oh, now he gets
Now
out.
he gets out. What? What the f is happening, man? This game is. Oh, he's out. He's out.
Oh!
Go.
After managing to commandeer the seemingly bugged Wraith, we proceeded to wreak havoc on the remaining enemies. Once we cleared the landing zone, the Falcon picked us up and placed us in the arguably most difficult part of this mission, the auto-scroller. You can't dodge, you can't move. All you can really do is pray and shoot as quickly as possible to destroy the many turrets aiming for your destruction.
Oh no! It turrets in front, turrets in front. Oh god.
Focus on the turrets.
I'm dead already.
Oh my god. I can only focus on my side, so I really can't help you.
I know. Oh, dude. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh, you died.
Oh.
No.
We're gonna have a fun. Why does it not give us health?
Because that would be too easy. Oh, this is the worst.
This is gonna get. This is
We're
gonna
not
be
even done with the
painful.
mission yet, even after we finish the section.
Oh, hey.
This is so.
At least the guns aren't
Okay,
pea shooters.
I got both turrets.
Oh, I am done. Done. There's a tank on my side. There's nothing I can do. So many elites.
Okay, I'm good. I'm good on my side. We're not out of the canyon yet. Please, I don't want to deal with this.
No more. No more.
No
No
more. Oh, we're in. Okay, we're good. We're through the auto scroller. We're through the auto. We're through.
Eventually, we managed to get through. The only thing left to do was kill the elites at the top of the spire.
I killed him. He's done. We can be free.
I naded him twice.
Oh, we did it. We're gaming. We did it in 2 hours and 12 minutes.
Long Night of Solace was up next. It starts off with an initial beach section, which was more of the waves of enemies we've already encountered. The area wasn't that difficult, but took a slightly bit longer than it should have, largely due to me trolling for a bit.
Oh,
Getting past the beach to more solid land, we were instantly sent up into space. The next section of the mission involved us defending a space station, and by defending, I meant hiding behind it for cover. While we could do decent damage with the weapons attached to our fighters, the same could be said of the enemy, and getting caught without cover for too long resulted in instant death. To increase my evasion potential, I maxed out my sensitivity in the hopes that it would allow me to do tighter maneuvers. I don't honestly know how helpful this was, but hey, at least it looked funny. Unlike our shields when we were fighting on foot, the fighter's shields regenerate after not being hit for a spell, which did give us some leeway when fighting. After cleaning up the remaining enemies near the station, we headed towards an enemy corvette to commandeer it. Eliminating several waves of enemy spacecraft, we managed to board the corvette. Entering wasn't too bad, there were a lot of nooks and crannies to use as cover and get some stealthy melee kills. However, the next area wasn't as forgiving. There were very few areas that could be used as cover, and 2 of the elites had focus rifles, which produce a laser beam that would kill us if it blasted us for more than a few seconds. Following Silver's guide, we lured a majority of enemies one by one into a corridor before beating them up. but the focus rifle elites weren't interested in taking the bait. We tried quite a few things to get to them, including slowly taking out their shields with plasma weapons from a long range. This didn't work out too well, especially since they kept wanting to do a barrel roll every 2 seconds. Fun times. After using plasma weapons to no avail, I decided to try and sneak up on them in order to one-shot them with a melee to the back. With Cherry's excellent distraction, I managed to get within melee range.
Got one. Got both.
After defeating the focus rifle elites and a few more reinforcements, we were finally able to reach the bridge of the Corvette.
Got three.
Taking out 3 of the elites in the room in quick fashion, Cherry and I were able to clean up the rest of the hostile enemies. Securing the bridge, we sent the Corvette on a one-way trip towards a Covenant supercarrier with the intent on blowing it up, and raced back to our allies in the room where the focus rifle elites were previously.
Piece of.
With an emotional teabagging display, we finished the mission. And we were subsequently yeeted off for our efforts. At least we got decent fireworks as a result. 5 missions down, 5 to go. After landing back on Reach, we start our next mission, Exodus. The mission starts off with us traversing the city, having to go through enemy-controlled territory. Unfortunately, the grunts here were a bit explosive.
There's gonna be at least 2.
This section was very difficult to get through, largely due to reckless behavior from Cherry and some more ridiculous events.
Hold on. I got a perfect test for this. Where are you? Wait. Got a perfect test for this. I'm gonna put my ear against the wall. No, it sounds clear.
If you blew up there, I would have laughed so hard.
Plenty of nades. Throw all them nades. What the? Right, can I just clarify? I died from his corpse, not a nade.
His corpse is collisional physics.
What?
It's realistic, man.
Difficult, he just doesn't care about your feelings. Hey, dude. There was no corpses.
No, there wasn't. It came from behind you.
Eventually, we managed to get through the explosive grunt section. This is where we get introduced to the brutes. They deal much more melee damage than elites, but don't have a shield, which means a couple of headshots take them out. In theory, this means that we should have an easier time dealing with them. Unfortunately, we didn't, and this is largely due to some ping and lag issues. You see, I was playing in the US, while Cherry was playing in Britain. This means that some desync issues would occur occasionally, and it also means that hitting headshots was much more difficult as a result. The lag was bad enough for Cherry to where he couldn't hit headshots consistently, so it was pretty much up to me to hit them. And hit them I did. After this area, we get access to jetpacks, which can be used to bypass a lot of the combat you would normally do. However, the last jetpack jump posed quite a few issues, largely because many enemies congregated around the area we needed to get to. Of course, comedic moments occurred.
Wait, what? How he came over the railings and knocked me as he came over.
She was in the air with the hammer. You're just waiting for me to get owned instead of you. You know, my reticle followed that grenade, and I was like, ah,
There's a second clip for you as well, because I was watching that come back.
This wasn't the only time this happened, by the way. Terry managed to perfectly arc these grenades in more or less the same position, yet claimed he couldn't hit headshots. I'll leave it up to you to determine whether or not he was lying to me. Eventually, Cherry clutched up and managed to slip past the enemies, effectively spawn camping us.
Did you make it?
I made it.
Okay.
I made it.
I don't think I can make it, sir. I will let you make it up to the roof level. Oh, I teleported. Yes. Good job. Good
Yeah.
job. Good job.
Following this, the jetpack once again allows us to skip a large part of the mission. By jumping onto this ledge and then to the platform above, we don't have to fight the enemies inside the tower, only those on the top floor. Once we surgically rinsed them, we had to go into yet another auto-scroller section. This time luckily we did have full health going into it, but still died once or twice. The last section of the mission involved flipping a few more switches, 2 on some anti-air turrets, and 1 on a primary console. However, there were quite a few brutes and wraiths guarding them. To solve this issue, I gave my rocket launcher to an allied marine. Marines have infinite ammo for whatever weapon they are equipped with, which equals infinite rockets. So we proceeded to do a drive-by on every possible enemy we could find before hitting all 3 switches to complete the mission.
Okay, activate it now. Nice.
Holy shit.
You can see the city in ruins. Just like how our lives are gonna be ruined after this.
That opening scene marks the start of our next mission, New Alexandria. Aptly named after the city we would be fighting in, our objective was to evacuate as many of the remaining soldiers and civilians left as possible. We were given the Falcon in the beginning and are tasked with removing 3 communication jammers within the city. The first jammer we encountered wasn't too hard to deal with, as you can simply just run in and run out. However, the second jammer, located within the hospital building, wasn't as simple to deal with. This was our first encounter with the last enemy left to be introduced in this playthrough, the Engineer. They don't deal damage, but instead fill a supportive role, giving a sizable shield to any enemies in the vicinity. This ability makes them extremely threatening, and are thus a priority to take out in subsequent missions. After finding our way down the building, we eventually made our way to the jammer and destroyed it. However, immediately after doing so, a horde of jetpack elites spawned to cut us off from the exit. We tried running past them.
Serpentine! Oh!
We tried straight up fighting them.
Damn, look
That's
at,
his
the, look at the move he says after we get destroyed.
Nothing really seemed to work, until I noticed something extremely strange about their AI behavior. If you stand behind this deployable cover, all the elites in the room become mostly docile, taken aback by the beauty of a Spartan hiding behind cover. There were a few more things we tried after discovering this, but ultimately we decided that I would be in the back shooting, slowly whittling down their numbers, while Cherry would stand as bait to keep the rest of the elites from going into extermination mode.
Oh, of course he jumped.
No one.
Oh, nice. Don't miss the shot. Nice.
Oh!
In
Oh!
hell.
Oh! Sit down!
A few more stray enemies later, and we were out of this godforsaken hospital. The next jammer location would have been difficult to deal with, if it weren't for a very specific Easter egg. Following Silver's guide, hitting these 2 switches hidden in the map would make the third jammer location into a rave. All enemies will be too focused on dancing to care about you, making it a breeze overall to destroy the third jammer. And finally, by evacuating those left in the evacuation headquarters, we were done.
I presume it's this.
Look, to be fair, it was a fairly convincing landing pad.
No, wrong. Please. Oh, dude. Oh my god. Of course. Okay.
That's the only one extended.
No. Go up.
No,
Go,
it's
go,
this
no.
one. No, it's this one.
No, it's not.
so
No, it's
this
not.
one.
No, it's not. No, it's not. That's the same one we just died at. Please. Jesus Christ.
It can't be this.
It
Surely
is.
not. What the
After being given a squad, our next mission was to destroy Sword Base, the base we defended on previous missions, and prevent any classified info stored from getting into enemy hands. Fairly early on, we got access to a Scorpion tank. I hopped on the turret, while Churi manned the big gun. I wasn't about to rob him of his first tank experience. Unfortunately, the Scorpion isn't as strong as it is on lower difficulties, as a single Banshee bomb can one-shot the driver.
Watch out for Banshees! Goodbye.
It is the very definition of a glass cannon. After beating multiple enemies to death via tank fire, we made it to the base entrance. Fighting through the base, the only trouble we came across was this elite general, but with Cherry's strategy of boosting me up, I was able to distract the general long enough for Cherry to melee them in the back.
Jump on top of me, you can get up.
I think he sees me.
Yep, he definitely sees me.
I'm coming. Keep running, just keep running.
He's throwing nades at me.
I got it.
Oh, Jesus.
What a strat.
After this, we were reassigned mid-mission, and instead of asset denial, we were now in charge of asset retrieval. The last section of the mission requires us to defend a position against multiple waves to buy time for the asset to be ready for retrieval. The easiest way to complete this was to hijack an enemy wraith. The devs scripted the AI for this particular vehicle in this mission, and it will only fire at the area you were supposed to be defending, making it easy prey. Only thing you had to do was kill the gunner on it, which we were able to do by taking advantage of a very specific design flaw of the Wraith turret. Guess the alien engineers didn't really think about the specific exception.
Stupid. Alright. Now then.
Right, you take off the hatchet and you melee him.
Off. Nope.
Nope. One more hit. Right, now you gotta melee him.
You're not high enough. There you go.
Yeah, boy.
Alright, let's get them.
With Cherry on the Wraith, and me hijacking a Banshee to provide air support, we completely destroyed anything and everything in our path.
This is the true bombing run.
With the asset in hand, our only job left was to get it to the Pillar of Autumn, an allied spaceship ready to take what we had off-world. Before setting off, I wanted to try something dumb. You see, there was an achievement you could get on the Xbox 360 version of the game that involves assassinating this elite. This doesn't exist on the MCC version, but that was fine. We wanted to try it for fun anyways.
Oh, I melee
you
him,
got him.
no!
I think it has to be a kill though, and we can't do it in this difficulty.
It has to be a kill.
Oh, I'm just not waiting.
Oh, you're just going, okay.
I'm just not waiting here.
Oh,
you got him!
I died too. Damn. Alright. Yo, yeet. My dude. You turned! You motherfucker!
Right, he's by the car now, so I would say go now.
And although I did manage to survive the fall a number of times, I wasn't able to get the assassination off. It is what it is, but we moved on to complete our task. After racing through enemy territory and a heroic sacrifice from a fellow Spartan, we made it to some caves. There are some skips that you could do here via concussion rifle and certain jumps to avoid enemy spawn triggers, but we didn't do them, and because they were too hard to do on the first go, so we just decided to do the level normally.
Holy sh**.
Oh my.
Running past some more enemies, we were eventually stopped by some hunters. If we had properly done the skips, these wouldn't have spawned. As it stood, we only had two choices: get past them, or restart the whole mission. And we really didn't want to restart the whole mission. Using my knowledge of their attack patterns from an earlier mission, I took on one while Cherry distracted the other.
Good one.
Oh,
I am simply
Jesus.
better. I know your attack patterns.
Eventually, we made it to the platform where we were to hand off the asset. However, due to the numerous waves of enemies that landed there, we ran out of precision ammo and were relying on melees to do a majority of damage to enemies. That is, until I had my most buggy death of the entire playthrough.
Yeah, he's dead, he's dead, he's dead.
holy moly.
Now the question is, how do we kill the fuel rod cannon guy? What? Hello? Did you see that?
I see.
What the f? I'm gonna need you to come over here for a second.
No, I'm not touching that deadly
Cherry,
quake.
Cherry, no, I don't need you to touch it. I just need you to be a witness to this bullshit.
Yeah.
What the f?
It has battle rifles! This is where our battle rifles were? Oh my god, I'm so angry. Yep, a crate with a significant amount of precision weapons had somehow just got stuck in the wall. The unfortunate bit was that the game had made the checkpoint just before we dislodged the crate in the wall. So every time we died, we had to dislodge the crate again to get the necessary ammo.
Oh. As.
What?
Maybe if I just go inside and hit it. Because surely it's glitched inside. No, it's not inside.
It's not outside anymore either.
Bye, have a great time.
Oh my gosh. Don't tell me you've lost it. Oh my god.
Come on, you shoot it. You see what I mean?
I didn't even touch it.
You see what I mean? Like, this thing has a mind of its own. It doesn't care about your feelings. It's just like, I do what I wish. Dude.
You've lost it again, haven't you?
It's so... I'm so... done. Oh, see ya. I punched it and I flew. Thanks! Thanks, box!
Can we even access it inside? Can we even see it inside?
No, we can't.
It's literally
No,
it's
this-
glitched. It's just a spawn glitch.
Buying battle rifles! Dude, what the is this?
Just let me hear it. Just honestly, let me hear it. I swear. Because every time I hear it, it's been fine.
Go, fine. I'm waiting to see if it yeets.
No.
And hit it.
I just. Oh,
Sake!
oh no. Oh.
Thank you. Thank you, kind sir. Thank you.
Almost 2 hours later, we got past and took out the last hostile on the platform. After handing off the asset, our last task was to ensure the alien supercarrier's main cannon was disabled, so that the Pillar of Autumn could leave the planet. To do this, we would have to fire a shell directly into the heart of said supercarrier. According to the guide, the best way to do this was to wait for the supercarrier's main weapon to open before firing a single round from the railgun turret. This is to avoid all the enemy fire that would come while being in this turret from various phantoms and banshees. However, given everything we had gone through this entire playthrough, we had proved that we didn't need to use skips to get things done. And so, we did it the way you were supposed to.
You can also use the gun to cover yourself.
I'm trying to do that, yeah.
You turn it at certain angles, you can get yourself a bit of protection. Right, you should be able to hit it now. The ship, hit the ship in the red part.
Didn't work.
You keep in mind your aim's gonna be a bit off. Try now, try. Lower, you want to hit lower?
Yes!
Thanks.
All stations, brace
Dude out of the fuck.
Well, actually, there's one more mission, but we're free.
We don't actually have to survive.
No. It's a PvP battle, sir.
And with 9 missions done, we were on our last one. Although, actually in reality, the mission was effectively the end. The only thing left for us to do was a PvP match to the death, as the last mission can be ended by simply dying. firing at you.
Hey, man.
Are you dead? Oh, you are dead. Oh.
I want a rematch.
We hadn't done everything perfectly. Not by a long shot. We often made lots and lots of mistakes. And died a lot, unnecessarily, far too many times to count. Even with all of that, we had done what we had set out to do. Yes! Reach has been good to me. Why do this to yourself? I don't know. We did it. We beat Halo Reach on LASO. Now?
And he took how many weekends?
No, we don't talk about that, Cherry. We don't talk about that. But this wasn't the end of our LASO journey. No. There were still 5 more titles to go through in the Master Chief Collection. So stay tuned for the next one. Thank you to my co-op partner, Cherry, for suffering through multiple hours of gameplay. And thanks to Silver again for all the useful guides. Ours, signing out. I'll see you next time.
I just saw you kill yourself.
I always forget that it's E to pick up, not F. It's because in Siege, everything you interact with is F.
Yeah. Surely it's not the Genshin brain rot.
That is not where we go into land.
I'm gonna use the sniper and stay back.
Oh, I do that every time. Every time. I hit F because in every game, F is the interaction key.
You could just change it. Okay, alright. Yep. Man. I do have my rocket launcher? Okay, weapons, okay.
Turn around a second.
Did you fall
So I
right
jumped.
there?
I got clipped on here.
Okay. Let me see. Bro.
What the f?
You can't make this up.
Why is it me? Why is it always me? How do I use a jetpack?
What? Why is everything red? Oh! Oh, there's a timer here. I see. Okay. Oh, he went for it. My man went for it. He still went for it. Holy.
I'm not holding my keyboard. I'm not touching my keyboard. I'm not even touching it.
You. What have you done?
Now I'm hitting W and it's not doing nothing. So you're gonna have to shoot me. You're actually gonna have to kill me.
Stop that. Okay.
Go on.
You got it? You got this? Go around to isolated ones. No, okay, no. Wait, no! Thanks, Cherry. Thank you, Cherry. I appreciate you.